alone, choking for a long time. Swimming in your pussy, I'ma dive in. Your nigga keep blowing up your line, put it on silent. Okay, I just play my role. Told me we should take it slow.
All right, Andrea, let's start it off. We are recording too.
Nah, hold on 1 second. Hey, Tenilej, what's up?
Hey.
I'm like, this Mimi. I'm gonna go by Mia.
No, Mimi.
Like, no, this Mimi.
I know.
Look,
Yeah.
look, cousin Mimi.
Yeah.
Tenilej and Andy, we just on here tapping in today to talk about some different things that's going on. So, what's up, Tenilej?
Nothing. Well, not nothing. It's a lot going on. So, it's a lot. I was just reading this this post from Little X, you know, the music director.
Yeah.
All right, video director, whatever. And it's just showing some footage of the riots that's happening because of all the police brutality, which was spawned off with George Floyd. And it was showing that white people are actually doing the riots.
Right. That's a lot of those videos that you were sharing.
Yeah, it's white people. Some of them are even police officers. So, yeah. But how I'm doing, I'm okay. Otherwise than what's been happening. I saw a post that it was showing like, I want to say 6 Black people have been killed within a month across America by police.
Wow.
Man,
that's a lot.
It is.
People in a month.
Mm-hmm. And it's from all over. There's more, but just that's been publicized.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
But I guess that's a good thing too, that it's getting more publicized, because like I was telling Tenilej, I was like, that's all you see on social media right now. Like,
yeah, it's heavy. It's real heavy right now. Like
right now.
On every platform. It's a lot going on. Like I know my husband, I seen it on his story, and I think like Fabi, like, you know, a lot of Black men are like, you know, don't film me when, you know, if I'm getting beat by the cops, you know, help me. And so
jump in.
You know, somebody had to
together.
Like, well, you know, I could see this gentleman's point, like, well, you know, if we're not filming it, then we're not aware, you know, right? Because you know, back in the day, it wasn't no filming it, you know, like
no. It was just really like stories and pictures. If somebody was, you know, that's what we had, more pictures than anything.
Right. And Andrea's dad was telling her a story about how when he was growing up, how like the police beat up one of his friends, rode around with him all day in the back seat, and he died. Like, ultimately, had somebody been filming that wouldn't have happened maybe to that degree, but look how it's still happening, you know?
And that was 45 years ago. Like, my dad kept saying that. He was like, that was 45 years ago. Like, I could just hear how his voice
it affected him.
You know, like I was a kid, you know, and now
in my 50s, it's still happening.
And this is how he, like, this, like, where the conversation went, because he started talking about him having grandkids, and he was like, me not, you know, making sure that I'm talking to my grandson about all these different type of things, because he was like, you know, like we always say, as Black people, we don't talk,
right?
We don't have these type of conversations, you know, before it's like right up close in front of us,
because it's
consistently.
It's a deep conversation, and it's heavy, and a lot of people don't want to have to go there and talk about it. But if we don't talk about it, I feel like that's why we still here, because we're not talking about it, because you know, people don't know, like, under the rug is not gonna do nothing. We just wrap it under the rug so much, we got a big ass mound,
right?
It's not
right. It's
not flat. It's not solid. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that. So
I agree. I think that we should talk about it, but not only talk about it, but we need to plan and organize. you know, so that we could put things in action. And so, like, even with the even with the right on protest, not riots, but the protests, like, be more organized so that when people infiltrate or try to infiltrate and pretend they're part of the protest, we'll be able to call it out easy, grab them, remove them. You know, but if we're all over the place and this and the other, you know, we have to continue to figure out how to be ahead.
There's still so much division within our own culture,
right? And they bank on that. They're like,
yeah, absolutely,
they bank on that.
Absolutely, they already know. It's just weird now, like, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's why
really living in a
like
war.
That's what we're doing though, talking about these type of things.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when we was in the car, he was like, I'm sitting up here trying to tell Cece because I'm just like, let me just go through this right now. But I'm like, I need you to like watch what I'm doing and like learn from wherever my bump in the road was. So that you know, and like let me explain to you what's going on so you can hear, you know, like
from a different
like reasoning or you know whatever. And like Neil was like, this is how I talk to my daughter though. Like these words.
I know, I can't imagine it being no other way.
You know, like
yeah, like I didn't have those type of conversations like with my mom. You know, that's not what our relationship was built on. So a lot of stuff I learned was trial and error and just, you know, or God placing people in my life that, you know, like, so to speak, at the right time so I can learn something for them so that they could be a blessing for me somehow, way, shape, or form. Like, you know, so like we like in my house, like how we raise our kids, like both my son and my daughter, it's always been like, you know, secrets divide a family, you know, be raw and uncut. Like, of course, you know, you do things in moderation, you know, so you ain't just out there. All gas, no brake with a 5-year-old, you know, but you know, you know,
you give it to them so they can understand, so it's open and they're comfortable.
Yeah, and then they feel exactly like that was I know for me, I was always like very shy, you know, so like if your parent, the person that bring you into the world, doesn't make you feel so loved and at ease and comfortable, like not only are you shy to the whole outside world, but you don't even feel comfortable really talking to your parent, like, and that's like for a kid to like consume all of that, that's heavy. So who do you talk to? Who do you, when you're going through something like,
you're not talking to nobody that you should be talking to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and then that's how that stuff you twisting it, you know, right?
Stuff from
you like, how'd I end up here?
Thinking that a good judgment call, like, oh, let me just.
How is your relationship with your mom now? Yeah, like, do you guys have those? Are you able to talk more freely?
I think more so now it's more like it's a better friendship. I'll say that. It's not the mother-daughter relationship that I pictured, you know, for myself, right? Yeah. But you know, it is what it is. So I just kind of like take it for what it is. Like we have our cool times and we don't, like just a second ago, you know, I'm like, what, don't call with the calm down, like, you know, you always trying to okay, I'm gonna just, like, you know, I feel like I don't bite my tongue, like, you know, she a woman just like me. So at the end of the day, you kind of gotta like me and my husband, we always saying like some of these like in that generation, like our mothers and stuff, like they, when they become like grandparents and, you know, when they get a certain age, like 50 and up, you know, they walk like they didn't just been the best mother of the year, and, you know, like your grandkids is supposed to, and it's like, bitch, hold on, you got too much entitlement. Like, yes, and I called you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I did. Because, bitch, you ain't been acting like no mama. You know?
So
like,
don't come up here.
Like, so, you know, I just take it for what it is. Like, you know?
Well, also too, you changing the cycle though, because how you are with your daughter, or both your children, your son and your daughter. For you and your husband, that's really big too, because you guys are still young people, and to have you know, that unity within your family, especially be a Black family.
I feel like in that situation, like I feel like we both have similar childhoods almost, you know.
Your mom and you?
No, me and my husband. So
like, your husband, okay.
Yeah, so like I feel like that's why like how we feel about raising our kids and stuff like that, and like the dynamics of our household. I feel like it's so solid and strong because that's like growing up and having your twin. Right. And y'all navigating through life together.
Yeah.
And it's like, shit, it's just y'all two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all thugging and mugging. Like,
right. We're going to have to set up like a young marriage couples thing. Y'all have to do that. I always tell people, like, when people are able to get past a certain hump in their life with certain things, I always want them to share it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To share it so other people can benefit from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's the key right there. Like you just said, share so other people can benefit from it.
Right.
You don't have to make the same fuck ups or let me just tell you, and not even saying because you have to experience different things for you to understand or you know, for you to get certain stuff, because it's some stuff that people already told me and I was like, I don't hear that shit. Right. Like, and I just had to find out on my own. But at least if somebody putting that in your head, you're like, well, hold on, wait, my mama said, or
it will make you go back and reflect and put it all together, opposed to not having
consistently though.
Like till this day, like
right,
consistently, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and I'm like, ooh,
right,
that's what that means.
And then just imagine if, because you know sometimes people do the, well, I told them, and then they don't want to be consistent as the elder or the mature person, the person that, you know, you're supposed to be passing the torch, right?
Right.
They so caught up in what they doing that it's like, oh, well, I told you, you didn't want to listen, but like, how consistent are you? Like, of course, you, for somebody to know something and learn something, you have to show them, teach them, tell them more than one time. Yeah. Like, yeah, you get some things that it's like, oh, okay, bop, 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 bop. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's that. That's easy. But certain things, and because we're all individuals, different personalities, everybody got different stuff going on in their mind and, you know, their life. I might need you to tell me, you know, 2 or 3 times. Whereas somebody else.
Remember, we just.
Right. Yeah.
Let me just
talk to you again.
Right.
Right. And you'll need that. You don't need that a bunch of times, but don't, like you said, don't tell me just a couple of times like, well, I told you. No, you not really. You know, I need you to really, for it to penetrate.
Down and really talk to me about it. Like, don't get at me.
And like, just tell me something and don't break it down almost. Like,
like you just saying you wrong, or like you talking at me and really not talking to me.
I always say that.
I always say that. Yes. I'm like, I don't even want to hear shit you got to say.
Well,
like,
because one,
to me now, like,
because
it's like
my defense is up, my guard is up now. Yeah. Because, like she said, and I always say that, like, even like with relationships, you know, you can't talk at each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys, one person has to talk and one person has to listen. And that's it. And when I say relationships, I'm not just talking about marriages. Like, people always get caught up on relationships and thinking you're talking about a man and a woman. No.
Right.
We have a relationship.
Right.
We have a relationship.
Right.
Like, in your children relationship, like, that's something that, those are one of those.
Your plate. Go ahead, eat your food.
She ain't even turned around. She made her plate.
She knows she kept it.
She was like, as soon as she hit the corner.
Don't look at my plate. Go get your own.
I would be like that.
Go get your plate.
But I am.
Go get your plate.
Go get your plate, child. Go get your plate.
So,
but
with relationships, it's like, you know, so what I was saying is, you know, there's certain things in life, certain gems that I call them, that people give you that you apply to like other things in your life, other entities or whatever the case may be. And so I feel like that's something that's a solid rule, code, so to speak, for relationships. Like, you know, 2 people can't, if we both talking, who listening?
Right.
Right. Ain't nobody listening.
That's really good that you said that, because even with the podcast that we have, like, I talk a lot. And so I make sure that I'm paying attention, that I'm not talking over anybody. And I think that
it takes
us having the
to do
Zoom
that.
too helps, because we're able to, even though I had been made it a focus prior to Corona coming in and doing whatever she was doing. But the Zoom really has helped me, because I'm looking and I'm like, okay, even though it's like, I want to say something, it's like, okay, just relax, just wait, listen to what they're saying, and then you can go ahead and jump in.
It's
because
like helping to guide you
yeah,
through that whole I forgot like what they actually call that, so, like it's almost like a call and response, right? Look, Andrea, like, shit, I'm eating.
I'm hungry.
It's like a call and response. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, if we don't eat, ain't nobody gonna be talking. Tenilej gonna be on there by herself. We're gonna be like,
and I finished my smoothie.
Because I'm tell you right, look, I can't talk and eat. Cause see, look at Andrea. She ain't talking. That's how the
I'm not gonna be able to talk and eat either. I just have to
I'm just here because I'm having me a moment. So I need to eat and like just make sure we'll get into that later. Okay.
Right. But the food be so good. It be like when we eat, like how she said, Cece made a beeline. She busted that right so quick, right? Tunnel vision. She was like, I'm gonna fuck this food up. But they over there podcasting. She'll see it.
Right. She'll smell it. It's ready.
Right.
I put some hot sauce on it. I didn't even eat it. That's what you get when you don't taste the stuff
first.
Ooh, but this shit's so good. My mouth.
It's water. So tell them real quick what we had last night.
Yeah, tell me what happened.
So this morning, right now, I'm having some breakfast potatoes, little onion, whatever seasoning he done whipped up, but flavored like eggs,
sausage.
Hey,
like
just some regular scrambled eggs.
I fell on the counter, and I was like, "Hey."
And last night,
my big ass. So my cousin made some oysters.
Hey now.
Cilantro, onion, cheese.
On the oyster?
Yes. So tonight, I think we're gonna do round 2. You're more than welcome to come up.
I'm gonna figure out my situation, and I'm gonna come. I'm gonna try to come.
That's not even it. So then he make his own like
sauce.
Oh yeah, I like when people do that.
Yeah, so like everybody kind of makes like what oysters, and I'm gonna tell you, I met my husband when I was 13. Well, really, I was 12, right? That's how long he been in my life, right? I have never, ever ate oysters.
Oh.
Do you know this year was my first year?
Oh, really?
Oysters, yes. And
so
I'm talking about.
You think you only like them the way he'll make them?
No, first it was more of the look. I cook food. I love food. I love presentation. When I make plates, like, right? And then it's just it's very soothing for me when I cook. You know what I mean? Right? And I'm creating, so to speak.
Hey,
right?
Miss Brown.
So yeah. Oh, you like yes. So the first time I saw an oyster, and it wasn't like, as my husband say, it's not dressed up. I was like, I ain't eating that. Look how it look. Like, that look like an old corroded hoo-ha. I tried. They like, just eat it. It got the little garlic butter. I don't care about. Look at this. Fuck the garlic butter. Right?
It was sickly.
So then, like that was like just with somebody else. Then as my husband, he used to feed it to my daughter out the can with honey on them. Like they used to just hot sauce. Excuse me, hot sauce.
Okay.
Excuse me. You drizzle, it's hot sauce with a drizzle of honey. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's Mr. Brown. That's out the can, right?
Okay.
So they always eat oysters. Put them.
So I never had them out the can.
Like a little cracker. Honey.
I've only had them. Okay. I've had sardines like that, but not with honey but hot sauce.
Sardines.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get a lot of acquired recipes and things when you do all that time on the level 4 penitentiary yard, okay? You know, as Mr. Brown, that was a little invitation for y'all, you know. So that's spread food, sardines and oysters and noodles with the
yeah,
right, yeah, girl.
yeah.
I'm a little too bougie for that. I ain't gonna even lie. I can't even get
Right. I didn't even know they had oysters in a can. That's why I was like,
oh yeah, on that commissary, they got a whole lot of stuff you ain't know they had. You be like, oh, they get that? Oh, this where that comes.
right.
That's why the niggas be at vacation, like, baby, send this.
Right.
I'll be back in the year. They go do that bid and be good. Like, they ain't just
Right.
what now? And look.
Just keep money on my book.
Phones now it's so high tech in there. They FaceTime and they got
right. They up to everything we up to.
Somebody requesting, I'm like, good night. Follow you?
For what?
We recording
with that. Mr. Brown.
It's good. No, go in the room.
Yeah, you tearing it up.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said she tearing it up.
Oh, right.
But okay, so what else? So you said oysters. So
girl,
then,
I'm sorry. The dogs is going off. My mom just walked in.
She said, I have arrived.
Drop the pizza. I get it.
You like, I get it. Something I can't even get that right now. Right. Okay, so let's.
You said oysters. So what else? How do you prepare the rest of them?
Yeah, the oysters. Yeah.
Oh, that's done. Okay.
Yeah.
Just the sauce. He
just put like
aioli sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just a $1.
But how does he prepare them on the pit?
On the grill. So you cook them, then he pop the shell off, and then he got his steps on how he put this on and do this and do that, and then I can't give everybody all the tips. And they
you can't give them all. Yeah, can't give them all.
Always be imitated, never duplicated, but you know, so you gotta come up so you can have.
I know. Also, when we
having a little cocktail. And they're really, because they're small, so while we're just chilling, fire pit, having a cocktail, he putting them on, and you just boom, and then
when we done doing this, you can just tell me where to find them so I can grab some.
Okay, Seafood City, like most like seafood, like little Asian market,
like spots.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I went to Seafood City in Vallejo yesterday, right? And they had two. What I tell y'all? Two messages. Two oysters in the bag.
Yeah, 4.
Four. Yeah, like 4 oysters in the bag.
Oh,
I said, oh no, I'm definitely. And then I went to another spot.
Oh, good.
You see the butter?
Yeah, I see it all.
Oh, you see that? She sent you the picture.
Yes.
She just sent you the picture of the oyster?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even take pictures of my food.
Listen.
Yeah.
But that.
Very good.
Very
good.
I don't post pictures of my food because sometimes shit be looking nasty, but it really be hella good.
Tasting good, right.
And I'm like, why y'all be posting the nasty pictures all on my timeline? But them oysters, that's.
Yeah, so that was the first time I ever. That was the first time I ever. Right. Oh, you should show the picture on the thing.
Drop it in there.
Oh, you gonna drop it? Oh, this is all the editing.
Yeah, like,
okay,
we gonna drop it in there so y'all don't have to see the glare on my phone.
Right.
Real. Like, oh, okay, that's how. That picture was so. I was like, look, you can see the little stuff.
You can see everything. It's so like detailed.
Listen, them. I have never. Y'all don't understand.
All right, well, I'm down.
Look.
You okay?
And I'm gonna tell you, like what. So like how we cook our smothered potatoes. we tend to, you know, look at that plate. We tend to get the itis, you know, because you smash it so quick and you be like, oh, I just need to.
Just to lean
I
back.
literally did
Sit
that on
here
purpose.
for a
I was like, I'm
second.
gonna just put a little portion.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I would have had more food on my plate, I would have ate it all.
Oh, yeah.
So man, I would have been like 12:30. We was interviewing who?
I know.
Like, tell her I'm gonna call her back in 10 minutes. During COVID-19, we ain't in the studio. I'm gonna sit on that couch and be like, I did not hear my alarm. My bad.
Right, huh?
Right.
Here. I might be a few minutes late. They had to kick
Right.
it without me.
Get it jump started real quick.
Right.
No.
Hey, but that's good though, self-control, because it's hard.
Self-discipline is very hard.
It's so hard.
That is.
Hey, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be right back. I just gotta run to the kitchen and drop this and make another plate. But I'm not.
Oh man.
Yeah. So to know what's going on with you.
Nothing. So doing this, like she said, we gotta interview somebody at 12:30. But really just trying to stay above it all. Like I was just been tapping in with a lot of different people, and people that we've met, like when we've gone to outings and linked up.
You find yourself doing like more interviews now.
I think that we've been more consistent. I think that we just decided to keep the ball rolling, and that's the most important. Like you were saying earlier when I talked to you, it's to stay consistent, because it is like, have you heard of Gary V?
No.
So Gary V, he's white,
okay,
but he's like first generation something. His father is not from this country.
Okay,
but his father owned a liquor store, and he learned his way around the business and how to be an entrepreneur. So he has a lot of money. He's a rich person, but he gives out tips and feedback on like, just get out there. Like, don't wait for nothing.
Yeah,
like, the posting. And when I see certain stuff, like people like, oh, your posting schedule or your page looks like this. Like, I don't give a damn. It just needs to be consistent. Right. And I don't think, sometimes like you said with the food, like we eat with our eyes. You're pleasing.
Right.
You want to be pleasing, I guess, on the eyes, but if it doesn't look terrible and the content is consistent and people are fucking with it, then it doesn't even matter.
Right.
So that's the thing too.
Like, I want to really, now that I'm finished with school, focus on like trying to do an episode a week. That's not a lot.
I'm like, this is bloopers. When I went to the bathroom, thought I did hella stuff. I was like, oh, we could cut this piece and be like, little blooper, drop a little, like, check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what, but I ain't gonna lie. I just want to give it up to y'all ladies, because Surviving Adulthood is a bomb ass podcast. And
thank you.
I'm gonna be honest, I never really, my little cousin, she, y'all, that's a younger generation. Not like that, but kind of like that. I'm approaching 40, so I feel like this is part of.
No, don't do me. You're gonna say I'm right behind you. Don't do me. I got 5 years to 40, okay?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a blessing. But don't, it's a blessing. But don't rush me. Don't rush me. I'm gonna get there.
Oh, listen. I listen now. Don't add no extra on it.
Right.
Like, oh, you almost 40. I was like, listen. I'm 38. Don't give me my extra. Them 2 years. Listen, I'm still tender, Ronnie. You're in your 40s. You're in the 40s.
Yes.
I am not there yet. Don't make me, like you said. Don't rush me. But
it looks good on you.
Thank you. Thank you, girl. Thank you. But yeah, like I feel like podcasts I never really listened to until really Surviving Adulthood, to be honest. And y'all first season, like you could see the growth from the first season to the second season.
God.
Yes.
Real.
No, seriously. And I could tell, because you my baby, so I could tell like when she would be nervous and like when you would be talking and stuff. But I seriously see the growth from y'all first season to now, and just even how consistent you guys are, how and just like you guys are hungry, like you could tell, like, you know, and I think maybe like starting a podcast myself and seeing how hard it is, and then I kind of like started it at an awkward time. Like I really had like school was big, so it was kind of like hard to like, oh, you're starting something right, and okay, I'm gonna just do the episode. No, it's more to it than that. Like, you gotta do your research on stuff, and then like, so the podcast we started was one for me and my husband, something kind of catered to relationships and young couples, and you know, it's not easy, like, you know, really raw and uncut though. So we 420 friendly, so you know, that was like the vibe,
and that's good too,
right? So Meet the Browns, it is on Apple and Anchor.
So go tap in.
But we just need to be more consistent. Y'all could drop that photo in there right about now.
Right. We'll make sure that it's
so, you know, but, and then I also, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. So I was talking to Andrea, like, I'd be like, you know, little hair tips, little facial stuff, you know, or whatever, like, and then just doing, and then I like to cook, how I was telling you earlier. So I was like, oh, I could do like featured meals and just have it catered to like more of a like women friendly, you know, right?
It's doing it all with Mia, basically.
Right. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good title. Hold on. That's a good title. Doing it all with Mia. That's a good title.
Y'all gonna drop that right about.
Hold on. Yeah.
Look, like everything.
So yeah, right. So, but it is hard. So, hats off to you guys. Bye, Mom. See you later. You're welcome. Look, you came, ate and ran. Look at that. While you was calling and fussing. Didn't even know you was about to come walk into some smothers. And Mama, we're recording. We'll call you. We'll call you.
We don't lie. This lie.
The people in my family just don't know. Sometimes I want to just go on and train them in, but I know we're not dealt with the cards we want. Sometimes the cards is shuffled multiple times. Can I get a amen?
Amen.
I need another shuffle. I want to train this domino in. I keep pulling bones for the right card and the right domino for the right number.
You look at it like, oh no.
Wrong.
Like, I don't need this.
I don't want. I want to do more.
I need the right deck, okay?
So,
but that's good. We appreciate that because it is hard, and
y'all do
like, you know, when you work with family and friends.
Like, okay, I think we just said that. We just now really get to a place where we like, okay, this is
y'all comfortable. I could tell, like, for someone that has seen it from the beginning, you know, it's one thing when people coming in like during y'all second season or maybe at the end of the first, like, you know, but really watching y'all grow, and like even when you guys have like you guys had a live where when we first started quarantine, I think you had a nurse on so like I had watched that, and then like, you know, if you're y'all
girl, you was like, there. I seen you. You.
Let me slide up in they live real quick and support. That'd be the thing though, like people, like it don't take a lot.
I know you saw me, but it's
I'm just saying,
watch
like
later, because I see your little head at the bottom then, but
that it don't take much, you know.
Not everybody.
Right, but some people. But no, that's real. I mean, that's what I told her and Angelisa. I told Andrea, and Angelisa said the biggest thing that I'm excited about is to see the growth. Like I was telling them from the beginning, like it's gonna grow. We're gonna be able to see the difference. Like that's what I'm most excited about, to see the journey. So you get to this point like, oh my God, like, nigga, do you know we was just,
we made it.
Right, like
no,
we
like,
was just on the couch.
you know what? This is so funny. The real, right? Like, you know how you guys should do? Like, so they have Amanda, what's her name?
Oh, Amanda Seals.
Okay, okay, yes. I love Amanda since she's been on
She
there, right?
really elevated that show.
So what I was just about to say,
They just don't know. I hope they know.
Remember they did like they 1,000th episode thing, but they was just doing like all they old stuff. Like it was some stuff with Tamar, and we know
right.
Don't anymore, right? But you could see like Jenny,
oh yeah,
girl,
Adrian.
like Adrian, Cheetah Girl. You know I'm OG, y'all. I said I'm almost 40.
I never watched Cheetah Girls though. I would have said Adrian from 30W. You know the girl from 30W.
Yes. Oh, okay. See, I said Cheetah Girl. Look, that just.
But she from both of them. But yeah, I just never watched Cheetah Girl.
Oh, see, that was my little sister show.
Oh, see, yeah. Oh, you know the words?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no. Fifth grade. That's when that song came out. And
see, I was not. I was.
Let's come up with the dance.
I was in high school.
No, I was just telling my daughter this. I said, like, now, you know how they be having, like the Savage Challenge, right?
Oh, huh.
They have all these challenges and stuff now, but I was like, back in the day, like, we used to come up with whole dances for songs, like routines, like you and your girls, or you go home and make us some stuff, I'm gonna go home and make us some stuff, and we're gonna put it together. I'm gonna show you my part, you gonna show me your part, and we're gonna have a whole. Girl, these kids don't do that kind of stuff no more. Because this is how it came about. House Party, the first one was on. So Sherane and them was doing that. They were.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, see, you see that? Like they had a whole party and then busted out. They already had our shit together. Yeah. Like, I'm like, y'all don't do stuff like that. Yeah, like, you know, like that's really
that
old
generation really different.
It is. It's completely different.
On the phone, like
that's it. Technology. My daughter be having her phone. She done took my iPad.
Oh.
Got a laptop.
Oh yeah.
You got a smart TV going on in the room. What in the world? Your eyes is going from
to all communication at this time.
And it's and it's really crazy because for even though we all not the same age, we kind of somewhat in the same bracket, at least within the 10 years. Things have changed. I was telling one of my best friends, like, I remember in high school, like the type of phones that we have, they wasn't shit.
Hello.
Remember that Nokia?
We used to sell them. Hey, you go get you about 3 lines.
Man.
I got phones.
You're right. Every phone was shit, and all of a sudden, it just like when it came out with the first
right
iPhone.
After the brick phones, so you got to understand. Yeah. It was brick phones, pagers.
Yes.
And like that was it.
And it was slow. It was slow. Like you said, it was pagers. I even had a pager.
Never had. I think my daughter, her first phone was something, an Android, but that was just to see how she took care of the phone. They have never had no other phone besides iPhone.
Right, and Android is good. Androids are good phones. It's just that preferences or whatever.
But like iPhone is, it's the whole
Boost Mobile, and it had a walkie-talkie.
Oh yeah.
I had Nextel.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but Boost did have it too. But I had that too. But Nextel was the first,
and that's when I used to keep the clip on your pants. And you flip your girl. I got a picture.
Hey, you hit the little
drop that pic. Or the flip phone.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
No,
Motorola.
Pagers. Remember the two-way pager.
Yeah, two-way pager. Yeah.
So we did have
a sidekick.
Or sidekick from
Sidekicks.
Sidekicks is from T-Mobile. It's different.
Yes, baby.
And they came after.
I'm telling my age. Google it.
They had two-way pagers. If you
two-way.
Yeah. And they were right here. Motorola two-way pagers. And they had the big ones and the small ones.
Them is two different things. You see?
Mind you,
I had both of them
because I had all this shit. I was young as fuck. My auntie was buying me everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was getting that shit from, to be
honest. Listen, but you know what? Like, that's funny too. Like, when you reflect back on your life and like even though
I forgot about this.
Which one?
What?
Yeah, that's
Like
the
this.
two-way.
Oh, yeah, two-way. And that's the small
That was
one.
Motorola, two-way
Yeah.
pager.
And they had a
And you
silver
got-
one too. That was a little
yes.
bigger.
Look,
Yeah.
said, yo, two-way page me.
Hey,
Right.
look. Now remember, the two-way pager came out after. Remember, they had just the regular pagers, and then they had the color clear ones.
Yes.
And then remember, those came out after.
Yes.
Then Sidekick, I think my son had a Sidekick.
Like sidekicks came way later.
Yeah,
like I was in.
Yeah. My son had a Sidekick.
What?
I didn't even, when y'all said that, I was like, wait, a sidekick? Like, I had to really think about it. Like, damn.
Now, and the Sidekick was the first one you showed, right? Yeah.
Sidekicks, yeah. And those were only from T-Mobile, weren't they?
What?
Sidekicks, weren't they only by T-Mobile?
Sidekicks. I think it was T-Mobile.
Because Dwayne Wade had his like special edition.
Yes. Sidekicks was T-Mobile.
Yeah. And so and then all of a sudden it was like
my
MySpace, right? And then like it was wild because I had one of those. I had
that color.
That's so funny.
I had
a T one like that. Is that T?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Girl, I remember let me tell y'all a story real quick. So, girl, I got this, and you know, Ebony used to get all the stuff before me. So, her auntie is 6 months older than me, right? But we cousins, right?
Right.
So, she had her pager before me. She used to she got her VCR first. She got her pager first, right? So
not the VCR first.
Right. She had Ebony used to have all the colors though. I don't know because you used to could change your case.
Yeah, you can take
you can change your case. Yeah. So I went my mom used to literally drop me off in the city and I just be with Eb for however long, right?
Right.
So when I get back to
grandparents' house, the spot.
Yes.
Right.
The
so mind you, and when we used to be out in the city, girl, my mama didn't let me catch the bus and stuff in Oakland, so
right.
I'm from Oakland, they from the city, so
right.
I get out there, we all in Double Rock on the bus, we all down third, I'm like, okay, we over here, we going to Elena house, hey, right, and then at Elena house,
here, you hopping on the, what's the 15? The 15.
I just remember the 44.
The 44 stopped in front of my grandparents' house. So they get on the 44 and the 23, we the bus stop. So which is Andrea's it's really Andrea's great grandfather's house.
Mm.
Yeah, your grandfather is it's really Andrea's great grandfather house. And then her grandfather, trying to keep it in the family. He lived the house that me and Ebony she grew up in, he sold that and moved to his father's house, which is a house in San Francisco that's everybody know. It's right off 3rd. The 44 bus stop, the only one number I know. The people sit on those stairs. That's where the bus stop is.
Right.
So people like I said, me being from Oakland, and I'll be like, oh yeah, the Crawfords. That's all the Crawfords. I'm like, yeah, I'm Peru. The people that be in the garage, them brick stairs. Yeah, right there on the corner. Yeah, right. But so anyway, back to the story. Yeah. So Ebony had all the pager and stuff. So I go back to Oakland. I'm like, I want a pager. I want this one. Right. And mind you, I lived in North Oakland at the time, and it was a pager store right at the end of the corner. You feel me? On the corner. And I was like, for my birthday, Mom, please. So for my 13th birthday, I got my pager. Girl, so I went to go see Chris, right? Girl, I was being fast, right? Girl, I had my little sundress, and I'll never forget, it was jean on the top, and then it was daisy flowers on the bottom. Girl, I had my little sandal, and I had my little pager clip on the little pocket like that. Girl, I called myself, I didn't walk to his house trying to be fast. Okay, Mom, I'm going to my friend's house, right? Girl, I go over there, we kicking and stuff. And then his mama came home. And I was like, let me go out the back door. Let me hurry up. Peace out.
See you later.
On my 13th birthday. I'm so glad my daughter, though, she is the total opposite. She's 16. I was telling Andrea, she played with dolls for the longest
time.
Not to be,
That is so good. I wish I would have.
Dance as some, and but this is what I love about her. She gets so many people, like she got one of her friends is 17 and she's pregnant, and then like she have other like people that's around her that's not really family, blood related, but they'll call and "Oh, you ain't doing nothing, like what you mean, like and I'm like, it's quarantine, like what are you really
What's she supposed to be doing?
Like but what I love is like she don't like to be bothered, and she'll dismiss real quick, leave you on red real quick, and she don't care. Like she's not trying to appease anyone.
She's not impressed. She not moved. I don't like. She moving to her own beat.
Like I remember, I don't want to say the name.
Right.
We don't know who watching because y'all so big. Y'all about to blow up, do a bomb right now. So this episode right here,
it have like a lit emoji.
Y'all acting up, but so she know the person, but this person, they're girls, because it's you got how families have a selected, like it's Ari, Cece,
right,
Kayla, all the
right.
So their girls are way more advanced than my daughter or whatever, and so but they're friends of me and her dads, like their people or whatever, their parents and stuff, and so I'd be like, dang, like you want to and I'll be like, go on, and she'd be like, no, mom, I'm good, like. And sometimes I used to kind of like, and I have to stop because I really saw like that wasn't her. Like, sometimes you're like, girl, go on, like, boy, go on and go. Like, go
but
talk.
If you got to pay attention. Right.
But I really had to like stop trying to force her to be around people that she don't want to be around. Like, and not to say that she was doing anything that she shouldn't have been doing, but I felt like she's like, oh, they're doing a little too much for me. Let me just go on and sit over
do
here.
my own
y'all
thing.
do y'all, and I'm gonna just do me over here. Like, so I really encourage kids to be them. Like even with my son, I call him a late bloomer. He wasn't out here like hecka young, messing with hecka girls. Some kids, they be 13, 14, like I got a boyfriend or my girlfriend. And my son, I think when he got his first girlfriend, he was probably like 17 maybe.
Oh, okay.
17, and so, and he just played games. He's a gamer, he used to be on his bike like Twan, his BMX, him and his friends.
Right.
Focus on that. You want to get on the bike? Come on.
And you see, like now, my son 20, well, he'll be 23. He just now about to have a baby. He's never been to jail.
Right.
No,
he's still on the right path.
Yeah,
like
he's
enjoying
his job,
life. No
like,
real major strain.
He's working.
Yeah.
Shout out to the essentials. Keeping the country lit. So.
Right. Exactly. Praise God. Right.
Country.
Very, very good.
Everything.
Well, did you guys see the post where it's like, what's dude name? Shoot, he's a rapper.
Who? Mike, Killer Mike?
No, but oh dang it. Okay. So the post was he basically posted like they not opening the country because it's safe. It's because they going broke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like basically, it's not because it's cool to be outside right now. It's because they like, oh, we need to start making some money right now. It ain't.
Right. Well, the economy is at an all-time low because nobody is working. And I do think some people should go back to work, but they need to put in like real protocols, like procedures, like what people could and should do. Like if there's testing, masks, and they should be supplying all of these places with this stuff.
And that's the thing, right?
And they should, because it's like, okay, well, gloves and just think like how you say you do hair, like even though because it's not full time, right?
No, I'm doing it part time now. I feel like I'm transitioning from cosmetology to real estate.
Right.
So I want to, I feel like I'm gonna always have selective
some clients.
Hand a handful that I would like consistently like continue to do during real estate. But even like some of the clients that I have now that are like real clients and not like family,
right?
I'm gonna like slowly but surely, like as my real estate grow, I'm gonna just
have to back away. But even with them, you know, that's a lot of people who does, you know, the hair and nails and stuff, and you know, I can't wait to get back. I mean, obviously I got my hair braided since we've been on quarantine or whatever, but but this her side job. So anyways, luckily, but for those who it's a full-time job, it's hard. And for whoever else is not working, you know, it's hard. What?
They wasn't doing this stuff during COVID-19.
What
this?
Getting their hair and stuff done.
Well, I know people that been getting their nails done.
I know.
Yeah,
I have a client that and she comes from SAC.
Well, one of them got shut down. Bro,
oh yes, that's like, the place that
it's not open.
Girl, they had set up shop in their backyard, and
it looked like a whole nail shop.
Was there. Whoever was there got tickets, and they shut it down.
They fined them.
Oh.
And let me tell you something. So sidebar, the Barber and Cosmetology State Board sent out a mass email, okay?
Yeah.
Mass email to anyone that has a license. And it was basically saying that they knew, like, they have been getting, you know, reports of people continuing to work during the shelter in place. And this is when we first kind of started the shelter in place.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, you know, they will be finding your license, maybe, or like, you know, like
they're gonna take it.
They're not gonna do,
right?
Huh?
They said they would take it or suspend it.
That's what I personally think. I don't, because I feel like with barbering and cosmetology, everything is about sterilization and the safety of the client. All that like styling and that's really
extra.
Like it's about chemicals and bacteria and infection, and that be the bulk of what you're learning.
Right.
All the other stuff come later, like hella later. You know, so yeah. But that shit used to like freak me out. I used to be telling Andrea like, oh my God, cousin, like, because I always did hair, but I didn't go to school till later in life. And then I did the apprentice program, which is way harder. Like I have like people that I like, you know, kind of be like, oh, you know, maybe try going to like younger people where you could go to like Paul Mitchell, Milan, like all these different schools or whatever it's called. I don't think it's called Milan, but whatever it's called. But like you could go to these schools where it's just like, you know, full-time or part-time, but you going to school for 8 hours a day. Like, you know, it's all day thing. Apprentice program, you go 1 day a week. That's it. So.
But that's hard.
It's way harder because I'm not learning. Like, it's up to me to learn the factors and all the information. And then when you're talking about anatomy and like your body and chemistry.
That's what my boyfriend said, because he's a barber. He owns his own barber shop, and that's what he said, because his sister works in the medical field. She works for Kaiser. And he was like, you know, I have more hours than you. Like, you know, like that's the first thing that we learn is like you
anatomy,
said, all of that could be clean, which is crazy, which they should be it should be like maybe more regulated, and not to say like regularly, like, you know, maybe to get fines, I don't know, but to ensure some people are clean. Right. And put those places and you know, in place so that people can go and make money and move on and still be safe.